Now we're going to move to hive number 1, which I put a second brood chamber on here, I don't know, a month or so ago, along with a honey super, because it seemed to me that we had a good flow going, and I didn't want this to become honey bound down here on that bottom super. And so I put another brood chamber on along with a honey super. So that's what we're dealing with right now. Got a few bees on that. Let's go in this internal cover. And we do have some bees up here working. We'll see. We'll see how they're doing, if they're doing anything. Well, I know one thing, they know how to propolis. Partial drawn out on the side next to me, and they're working on the other side. Same with the next one. The next one has a little bit of drawn out on it. The next one practically none. But you got to remember, there's bees working on this. Now, at the same time I put this on, I put a second brood box. That's drawn out pretty good on both sides. You know, if nothing else, they'll have it ready for a fall flow or next spring. Again, same thing. None of these hives are as wickedly protective, I should say, as that flow hive. They don't want anybody screwing around with nothing. And they do have a queen. Because I saw the laid up brood, and I saw uncapped larvae. Now we're gonna have a queen excluder here. A lot of people call them honey excluders, but they're actually queen excluders. But because of the situation with this hive, I am going to probably not put that excluder back on. I mean, there's nothing there to lose. So if she wants to go up there and lay, she's free to do that. She's very free to do that. I'll take it, because I'm sure not getting anything else out of that honey soup. All right, here we go. Really haven't done much with that. Small hive beetle. Small hive beetle. Small hive beetle. I'm working them over here. Working in beetles. None of these sprays were drawn out. Boy, you could tell it, because there's nothing going on them. But boy, do I ever hear that lower chamber. They are kicking up the dust. And I mean that literally. Changing this particular frame around. And I have just made an executive decision that I will not be putting that queen excluder back on. Oop. I'm gonna let this gal do whatever she wants to do. Boy, that sucker is profiling them. I'm killing it right now. They are protecting this chamber. Finally broke it loose. Lord have mercy. Whew. Oh, scared me. Thought that thing was falling over. And it very well could have been. Lots of small hive beetles in that trap. Lots of them. And this one too. It's got a ton of them in there. Well, this is my original split that I split from number 2 over there. I did this at the first of spring, right after we come out of winter. The queen over there, we overwintered her, and this is the queen that we put in here because we just brought brood. We didn't bring the queen. She stayed number 1. I mean number 2. The one that's so freaking mean over there now. Not mean, I'm sorry, protected. Brood, both open and closed. Same here, both open and closed. I wish I could say this thing's getting ready to explode, but I wouldn't be telling the truth if I said that, unless I see a lot more evidence than I'm seeing right now. Very little brood on that side. This is a pollen frame. Man, I'm telling you, it's been a while since I've been in here. Wow, in my absence, they have prophylized this thing. Unbelievable. This spotty brood. But they're cleaning out cells for her return. Yes, they are. Another pollen frame and honey. Man. Lord, I want to see some brood here. Pollen. Oh, there we are. We're starting to get into some brood now. Capped and uncapped. Capped and uncapped. And a lot of pollen on there too. Man, this hive brought in the pollen. They've got plenty of honey. They've got all this pollen. They could be raising a lot more brood than I'm seeing. Here's some brood, and she's went back in there and laid. Very few drones. She went back in there and laid where they have hatched out and drawn. It's got me another small hive beetle. So she's in here and she's laying. I'd like to see her laying more. This is a 21 queen. This ain't an old queen. The pollen in here is unbelievable. The pollen and the honey is unbelievable. Mercy sakes, it's getting hot. Honey. They've drawn it out though. This was not drawn out. So they did some work. Anyway, as far as getting their crocus, as far as getting their house in order. Nectar and honey. Nectar and honey. And I am not seeing as much brood as I would like to see. It's just that simple. We need more brood in here. I know she's laying. She has the ability to give us more brood. Not doing it. You know, I may have made a mistake in putting another box up there, but I'm gonna tell you, she looked to me like she needed it. I mean, this box is still full, which tells me there's not a lot of new hatches coming. Not a lot of new breed. Not a lot of new brood. Okay, put this thing back together. Small hive beetle trap there, and one over here in this corner. Like I said, I am not putting the queen excluder back on. Not gonna do it. But what I'm going to do before I close out this particular video is show you where a lot of those bees went when I opened the hive. They made themselves a cluster right on the side of the shop. Papa Bee here. We are going on to hive number 3, and that'll finish up our morning.